Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Smackdown review. So, you know, got my YWC championship over there. Might pick it up a little bit later. But got a cup of coffee here right now. It's coffee time for the Brad Rules over here. So, Smackdown review here. It's like I'm not even in the mood to do this, but I want to do it for my subs. I'm like, after Raw 25, after the Enzo business, do I really want to sit down and watch a bland, boring wrestling show? And you've got, remember, guys, the Royal Rumble is on Sunday. It's on Sunday. And it's like they don't even care, but that's all fine and well. We'll get to that in a moment. So I think we could do the YWC Championship and coffee at the same time. It's because I'm sorry, I'm gonna make this review as entertaining as possible, but this show is so goddamn boring. It's gonna be hard for me to. I'm trying to find even jokes, but I think it's one of those shows where it's even hard to make jokes about, because at least to have some sort of jokes, there has to be some sort of effort. So we started off with AJ Styles. He says that, another lame ass promo. Okay, it wasn't as bad as Cammy. I got to ask a question to people out there. I got to talk about other things. There's not enough to talk about here on this show to fill up the time. AJ Styles mentioned Cammy to Gene Okerlund. Didn't you think maybe yesterday the day before, Gene Okerlund on Raw is probably like, Cammy? Is that the type of shit they're doing now? Since I've been gone all these years, have they really fallen that far that there's a wrestler called Cammy? Oh no, Gene, it's the simple fact that we're putting the two names together like Brangelina or something. Well, what are they, like a gay character? No, it's just that. Yeah, okay. Call me when you need me next. I'm not gonna watch the rest of the show. It's probably how it went with Gene Okerlund. So Owens and Zayn come out. They remind AJ in the video package. It's another one of those lame little bits. Hey, take a look at the screen. Remember what you said? I hate when they cut away like that. I understand they're trying to show AJ, but they do this way too often. It's a lazy way of telling a story, because they know nobody remembers when AJ said that. Because nobody's watching or paying attention to these so-called storylines. AJ said, that he could beat them both in the same night, so they challenge him to 2 consecutive matches. Bryan comes out and makes the match. Okay, this is what they do, especially when they have a tag match coming up or anything like that. They actually have the match, pretty much, to promote the match. And how does that make any bit of sense? You're going to have the match basically before, and the whole point of these SmackDown shows and on Raw is to build up towards the pay-per-view. So you're building towards that match, but you're basically giving that match away already. And I know it's not pay-per-view anymore. You only got to pay $10 a month for the network. But even still, it's like, can they even give the illusion at least? And why? Why do we have to see the same match 1,000 times before we see it on their big card, on their pay-per-view? Chad Gable defeated Jey Uso. Oh, guys, check out my headband. Real sexy, isn't it? I don't know what it is about, I feel like that's what they give to Chad Gable to set him apart for everybody. Well, he's the guy with the headband. He's the guy with the really voice, the high-pitched voice, but I like Chad's finisher, that rolling German, that chaos theory, that German suplex that he does. Keep him off the mic, keep him in the ring, I guess. Naka Murphy had a backstage interview. Renee Young asked a guy who doesn't even speak English a question, making her look stupid. He looked even dumber. You know, he goes, need to face. I give people need to face. And okay. I understand people are going to say I'm being racist here, you know, because I'm talking about a Japanese guy. Never mind the fact that he's on an American produced program where they speak English. The announcers are in English. Everybody speaks in English but him and the female Nakamurphy on Raw. But, you know, he's like, need to face. And, you know, Corbin could come in and make fun of him, but it's too politically correct. He could have had some, you know, some obvious heel heat there. He could have gotten it's probably even the 3-year-old could even come up with that. But, if, you know, like I said, it wouldn't be politically correct. It's probably even wrong for me to say that here on YouTube. So, you know, he does like one of these deals. I don't know. To me, I look at Nakamurphy. It's just like he's not even saying anything. He's speaking, struggling to talk. And I'm like, this is supposed to be the pros. They call this pro wrestling. That doesn't sound like a pro. If he was in Japan, I get it. But you're not speaking English. You're not captivating us in a promo. Because why are they giving this guy so much promo time when he can't speak English? I don't understand this. Sometimes they don't even give promo time to other guys. You know, and they make sure that they give it to Nakamurphy. The guy cannot speak English, guys. And yet you're going to give him a live mic. Naomi defeated Liv Morgan. She finally got a win. You know, ever since she lost the women's title, you know, Naomi's been getting pinned in tag matches. They keep beating her every week. And I look at Liv Morgan, and all I see is a Alexa Bliss ripoff. The Riot Squad starts brawling with the other girls. Charlotte comes out. You know, she talks about, you know, whoever wins has to face the Queen. Orton interfered in the Nakamurphy and Corbin match. They finally, you know, that's another weird thing. Where was Orton for Raw 25? You know, when you think about it. Didn't they have other SmackDown stars on Raw for the Raw 25th? So it's like, how are you not going to have... Yeah, well, you had Shane McMahon, for example, on Raw. So where was Randy Orton, who was in Evolution and, you know, rated RKO, and all these times that he was on Raw, you know, Randy Orton was a big part of Raw, and he's not there. And he just he appears out of nowhere after weeks of absence, and we haven't even seen. Orton has one of the weirdest schedules I've ever seen. He just pops out of nowhere, and what's funny is, like, he's the only guy left that really has any, you know, any star power, you know, any namesake on this show. So they might want to keep him around a bit more frequently, because this is not getting the job done. I mean, look at this show. Look at it. It's not good. Bobby Roode and New Day, they acted like nerds before the match. Glorious. You know, I gotta be the one that, I'm sorry, I don't think I've really ranted on this enough about the Glorious thing, how nerdy that is. Could you imagine if that Glorious thing was done during the Attitude Era, or even done through the Ruthless Aggression Era? It's very fucking nerdy. It's the same thing with the Finn Balor. You know, it's the same thing, basically. These things are not cool. These are mannerisms thought up by nerds for nerds. It's very nerdy. It's like when you think about it, Glorious. What's so cool about that? It looks dumb. It looks stupid. It's not entertaining. It's not funny. It's not cool. I wouldn't wear that on a t-shirt. I mean, it doesn't really captivate me in any way, so I don't know why they keep on doing Glorious, because Glorious is really not that glorious. It's not good, but they keep on doing it. And having New Day does it just makes it 10 times more nerdy. All right, so they go on to beat Jinder Mahal and Rusev Day. So, you get Rusev Day, they're over with the crowd. Just let's beat him again, right? What? Why not? Just beat him again, basically. They're not doing anything with them. Even though, whoa, we want to pay attention to the crowd. The crowd's cheering him, beat him anyway. Jinder Mahal, let's beat his team. Okay, so they didn't pin him, but ever since Jinder's lost the world title, he's been losing. Well, he won one match in the tournament. He beat Xavier Woods, which, anybody would have beaten probably in that spot. Then we get to the main event. It was AJ defeating Owens. He beats him in 2 minutes. He beats him in 2 minutes. I understand it's a handicap match, but him and Owens had these big 20, 30-minute matches last year, and now he's just beating them like that. Whatever. He refuses to let go of the calf crusher. So, they bring out the gurney for Owens. They bring out a stretcher. Now it's Zayn's turn. They have a longer match. AJ gets out of the ring. He pushes Owens off the stretcher. As he gets back in the ring, he gets the haluva kick, and he gets pinned with the Blue Thunder Bomb, which nobody's ever gotten beat with before. And it happens to be the world champion. So, I don't know what was accomplished here. You beat one of the wrestlers that's going to be challenging for the title, destroying his credibility. Then you have AJ, who's the champion, already getting beat right before the show. Where's the momentum? So the only one that has any sort of momentum headed into the pay-per-view is fucking the cab driver. Oh boy, they're not having a good week, are they, folks? No, they're not. They're not having a good week at all. They really are not having what you would call a very productive week. They're not having a quality week. Like I said, I don't care if it's productive. I don't care if it's what it is. If it's not entertaining, they failed, and nothing's been entertaining this week. They had their big show, Raw 25. All this hype, all this build up. Oh, Raw 25 is gonna be awesome. So many legends, and then we get a big pile of shit. It was so horrible, so horribly thought out. They forgot about the people in the Manhattan Center, letting them sit there on their phones. They paid like $70, $80 to sit on their phones for an hour. Basically writing on Twitter how terrible the show is. What bad publicity, what bad PR. And like, okay, so you think maybe they're going to make it up and have a good SmackDown? Shit, we really fucked up. We better make this SmackDown fucking awesome. Nope. So, what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to make a Rumble prediction and say, oh, it's going to be awesome, guys? I don't think so. I'm not going to stand here before you in this video and tell you the Royal Rumble is going to be great. Because it's not. I mean, it's obvious. We stand here every single year in these videos. Every single time we say, oh, how's WrestleMania going to be? How's the pay-per-view going to be? And we're like, oh, gee golly, I hope it's going to be good. And it never is. It never is. I mean, when was the last time we really came here and said the Royal Rumble was truly awesome? When was the last time we said any show was truly great, like the whole way through? Like, I love this show. It hasn't happened in a very long time, so it's like, this is why you didn't hear me pumping it up for Raw 25. It's like I already knew that was going to happen. I mean, why do you think, that these shows are not good? So why would I make a prediction that all of a sudden the show is going to be good? Once in a while, they get a couple of things right on a particular show, but that's about it. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get a couple of good things, and that's it. And think about it. If Raw 25, with all that talent on the show, couldn't be a success, what makes you think that any show in the future is going to be? I've explained it to you guys time and time again. As long as we have these writers at the helm, the show is just simply not going to be good. I don't know what you guys want me to say. Royal Rumble is probably not going to be a good pay-per-view. The show is not a good show. And there you go, folks. It's been your SmackDown review. It's been your YWC champ. Signing out.